For the longest time, I have been trying to get people to see that Derek Carr is clearly not the problem in Las Vegas. And arguably, he has not gotten a lot of the help that he needs. Now, I know what some of the people in the comment section are going to say about how, he's had good offensive lines before. Yeah, but I'll bring up the defense card anytime again. This guy has never had a top 15 defense in his career. I will keep saying that until I'm blue in the face. I don't care. But overall, I think there was news that broke this past week, about how they will roll with Derek Carr as their starting quarterback. And I think they're looking potentially at a contract extension too. So I, for one, am very excited about that. I think Derek Carr is the guy. And I have tried very hard to be able to make this abundantly clear. We got to fix that a little bit. Sorry about that. But I think the biggest thing here is Derek Carr can lead you to a Super Bowl. I full-heartedly 110% agree and think that's the truth here because I'm a Vikings fan. I've dealt with guys like Kirk Cousins that need everything to be perfect around them in order to win a game. And to an extent, maybe Derek Carr is that guy. Like, he does need a better offensive line. But also, at the same time, the last time I checked, Kirk Cousins had, and again, I'm speaking from my own experience, my own being a fan of the Vikings here, he has had, when he's successful, he had a top 10 defense. He had Dalvin Cook that was running hard that year. He had a lot of offensive weaponry. Derek Carr, again, I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. If the Henry Ruggs situation, prayers for everyone involved in that, if that did not happen, man, the Raiders, I think they would have made a push for the Super Bowl. I really do, because their defense on paper is solid, but it's not like it was, it wasn't supposed to play that well. Come on, Colton, talk. It wasn't supposed to play that well, especially down the stretch. Like we highlighted, they were a top defense that was just looking great. They were playing like a top defense throughout the last month of the season. They held the Bengals, to 26 points. You hold Jamar Chase. The Rams barely just held him to 20 points. So that was a very respectable performance, especially with all that firepower. I'm sorry, it's especially, not especially. But overall, I think the biggest message here is Derek Carr is not the problem, and the Raiders need to roll with Derek Carr as their starting quarterback. I have no problems with them starting discussions to sign him to a long-term extension. I don't think he's going to be that expensive. And I can tell you, again, Kirk Cousins card, going to keep playing that thing because we have to deal with the $45 million cap hit this year. Derek Carr ain't going to get peanuts compared to that, okay? You're probably looking at a guy that's probably going to demand at most $25 million to $30 million. I don't think he's going to ask for that. Clearly, he's a team player. He's a guy that the locker room loves. They all love to play for him. I expect him to ask anywhere from that $20 to $25 million range. And if he asks for a little bit more, I could see it. Maybe, who knows? But overall, he's not going to ask for Kirk Cousins. He's not going to ask for Dak Prescott type money. He's a team player. He knows his role. He knows his place. And I think the Raiders, whatever he asks for, they need to give it to him. Because let's also think about this for a second. Has anybody thought about the free agent market? There is nobody. I mean, obviously, Jameis Winston, I think, is the highest guy that we have done a video about as to, obviously, who should be the most or the highest highest signed and paid quarterback in free agency. But that's it. That is absolutely it. Free agent quarterbacks. I mean, yes, you got guys, like Cam Newton, Andy Dalton, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jacoby Brissett. I can stop at any time. Colt McCoy, Chase Daniel. It's not pretty. You're going to sit here and tell me that any of those guys are better than Derek Carr right now, and that, obviously a free agent. Okay, you want to trade for somebody. Who do you want to trade for? Deshaun Watson. That's going to be at least 3 first-round draft picks, and a lot more to go with that. Carson Wentz, probably going to be at least a second, and I think the Raiders need all their picks right now to be able to make the run that I think they can make. So trading's not an option. Signing a free agent quarterback isn't an option. You keep Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is the answer here at quarterback. I think you really have to now. Okay, you got him a defense, or you looks like you have got him a defense that's at least get him in the middle of the pack. Middle of the pack doesn't need to be amazing, okay? Get him at a point where all he needs to do is score 3 touchdowns, 21 points. They win the game. I mean, it's just, if he can do that, boom. I think this team is explosive enough, especially. Get him another number one wide receiver and get this man some help on the offensive line, please. I know, Good and Incognito went down before the season, but man, I mean, Leatherwood's not the answer at right guard or right tackle. It might be premature to say not at right guard, but at right tackle, I don't know. I think you really need to find a lot of competition. You need to spend a lot of the draft capital on getting him some protection, getting him another wide receiver, getting some corner help, and potentially another defensive tackle. Other than that, I think this team, and another linebacker. But we've covered the 5 greatest needs or draft needs for the Raiders in another video. You guys can go check that out. But overall, the biggest message here is you have to roll with Derek Carr because, again, trading's not an option. That's going to require too much of the capital you guys have on the team right now. Signing a free agent quarterback, not also a no, because none of those guys I think are better than Derek Carr and will do as much for you as Derek Carr will. And I think Derek Carr is the guy. How many times can I say Derek Carr in one sentence? We'll see. But overall, I think he's the quarterback you have to move forward with. You build this team around him. You get him, Josh McDaniels, and all that new system in here. And like we said, they're putting together a great coaching staff that I think is going to get the most out of the current players on this roster, including Derek Carr, his weapons, his offensive linemen, everybody. So I'm excited for this year, and I think with the Raiders starting to develop contract talks for a future extension with Derek Carr is a very good thing because I think he's your man. You roll with Derek Carr. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Make sure you guys give us a like down below on all our social media platforms. You'll find that in our description down below. Also, give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders needing to roll with Derek Carr.